I heard her laugh before I saw her face. That same laugh I used to wake up to, the one that made me feel like I was the funniest person alive. Except now she was laughing at something he said. I stood in the kitchen doorway, white chef's coat still damp from the dinner rush, watching my ex-girlfriend sit at table 7 with another man's hand on her knee. She didn't know I worked here. She had no idea this was my restaurant, and I wasn't sure if I should walk away or walk straight up to their table. If you've ever run into someone from your past at the worst possible moment, stay with me. Let me rewind. Her name was Carly. We dated for 4 years, lived together for 2. I was a line cook back then. Long hours, terrible pay. She said she didn't mind. But somewhere around year 3, the complaints started. You're never home. You smell like garlic. When are you going to get a real job? I told her I was saving, planning, that I wanted to open my own place someday. She smiled. But it wasn't the same smile anymore. 3 months ago, she left. No fight, no warning. Just a text that said, I need more. I didn't chase her. I couldn't. Because 2 weeks later, I signed the lease on this building. It took everything I had. Every dollar. Every connection. Every sleepless night. I named it Ember, because I wanted to build something from the ashes. We opened quietly. No grand announcement. Just good food and word of mouth. And it worked. Within a month, we were fully booked most nights. I was in the kitchen 16 hours a day, but I didn't care. This was mine. Tonight was a Friday. Packed house. 75 covers. Every table filled. I was plating a ribeye when my sous chef, Marco, poked his head in. Chef, you need to see table 7. I didn't look up. What's wrong with it? Nothing, just, you need to see it. Something in his voice made me stop. I wiped my hands and followed him to the narrow window between the kitchen and the dining room. And that's when I saw her, Carly, wearing a black dress I'd never seen before, hair shorter, makeup perfect. And across from her, some guy in a suit leaning in close, whispering something that made her giggle. My chest tightened. Marco looked at me. You good? I nodded. I wasn't. Did she make a reservation? I asked. He checked the tablet. Yeah, under his name. Daniel Pierce. Daniel. I didn't know a Daniel. Let me know if they order dessert, I said quietly. Marco raised an eyebrow but didn't ask questions. I went back to the line, focused on the plates, the sauces, the timing, but I kept glancing through that window. She looked happy, relaxed, like she'd moved on completely, and I hated that it bothered me. 20 minutes later, Marco returned. They just ordered the tasting menu. Of course they did. The tasting menu was my pride. 7 courses, each one designed to tell a story. I'll handle it, I said. Marco blinked. You sure? Yeah. I didn't explain why. I plated every course myself. The amuse-bouche, the scallops, the short rib, each dish perfect. I watched from the kitchen as the server brought them out one by one. Carly's eyes lit up with every plate. She took photos, tasted slowly, smiled wide. It should have felt good, but it didn't, because she still didn't know. By the time dessert came around, I made a decision. I plated the final course, dark chocolate tart with vanilla bean, ice cream and edible gold leaf. Then I picked it up myself. Marco stared at me. Chef, what are you doing? Delivering dessert. I walked out of the kitchen, through the dim lighting, past the other tables, straight to table 7. Carly was mid-sentence when I approached. She looked up, and her face went white. Liam? I set the plate down gently in front of her. Compliments of the chef, I said. She stared at me, then at the dessert, then back at me. You work here? I own it. Silence. Daniel looked confused. Wait, you two know each other? Carly didn't answer. I stayed calm, professional. I hope you enjoyed your meal, I said. This place has been a dream of mine for a long time. Her mouth opened, closed. Liam, I didn't know. It's fine, I interrupted. Really, I'm glad you came. And I meant it. Because standing there, in my restaurant, in my chef's whites, with my name on the door, I realized something. She didn't leave because I wasn't enough. She left because she didn't see it yet. But I did. I saw what I was building, what I was becoming, and I didn't need her to see it anymore. Enjoy your dessert, I said. Then I walked back to the kitchen. I didn't look back, didn't wait to see her reaction. Just returned to the line, grabbed my next ticket, and kept cooking. Marco was grinning. That was ice cold, chef. No, I said quietly. That was just closure. 10 minutes later, the server came back. Table 7 paid and left. But she left this. He handed me a folded napkin. I opened it. In her handwriting, I'm proud of you. I'm sorry I didn't wait to see this. I stared at it for a long moment. Then I folded it back up and threw it away. It's been 2 months since that night. Ember is doing better than ever. We just got our first write-up in a food magazine. I still work 16-hour days, still smell like garlic. But now, when I come home to my tiny apartment above the restaurant, I don't feel like I'm missing something because I built this, not for her, not to prove anything, for me. And that's worth more than any relationship I tried to hold on to. Some people leave because they don't believe in your vision, and that's okay. Because the right people will walk in when you're ready, and they'll stay for the food and the story behind it. If this story resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever had a moment where you realized you'd outgrown someone from your past? Let me know below.